I have my other mother shirt on, so that means it's official. It's Halloween. Let's talk monster smut. Hello, beautiful people. If you are new here, my name is Jo. If you're not new here, welcome back to my channel. It is so great to have you all here today with me. So today's video is going to be a monster mash, or a monster smash, if you will. We're talking monster smut, okay? It's Halloween, it's in the air, it's in the season. I have been reading more than usual, so we're just gonna talk about it, okay? We're gonna talk about it. If you do not like monster romance books, either you're lying or I don't know why you're here. You should probably click out now because you are in the wrong space, my friend. So the first book series that I want to talk to you guys about today is one that I have mentioned multiple times on my channel, and I can never get enough of it because it is delicious, and that is the Spider-Mate trilogy by Tiffany Roberts. This is the first book in Snared. Now, I know what you're thinking. He's literally a spider, Joe. What is going on with your brain? I know. This was the first kind of monster romance book that I ever read, and if you have never read monster romance, or if you are still kind of like new to the genre, as I am, I still consider myself a newbie, I think this trilogy is a fantastic one to pick up, because even though Catan, who is our main man, he is so yummy, he is delicious, even though Catan visibly is very appalling, this is not for the arachnophobic heart, let me tell you, he is so sweet and so genuine and so kind and so loving as a hero, and he is absolutely fantastic. So in this story, we are following Catan, who is of the species of Vrix. He is an alien spider-man being thing. So Catan is out in the forest one day hunting when he accidentally falls in this very large, very deep pit in which he finds a mysterious vessel, that he decides to investigate. This vessel turns out to be a spaceship that is holding cryogenically encased somehow human beings, and he accidentally wakes one up, and the one that he wakes up is our beautiful leading lady, Ivy Foster. Now what ensues is a beautifully written romance, as well as really good political intrigue and some action scenes that are just to die for. The first time that I read this series, I was on the edge of my seat. Not only is the romance fantabulous, but the spice is also fantabulous, and also the political intrigue and the plot and the character development is also fantabulous. This trilogy is like the best of all worlds, in my opinion. If you have not picked up this series yet and you're kind of still a little bit intimidated by monster romance, I would definitely recommend giving it a shot. The next books that I want to talk about are by the same author, and that is Lillian Lark's Monstrous Matches series. Now, I have read 2 of the books in this series, and one of them is one of my favorite books that I've read this year, one of my favorite romances. I think that it is fantastic, and that book is Deceived by the Gargoyles. So in this story, we are following Grace, who is a curvy, plus-size queen. She is also a witch, and she is longing for love. She is longing for love and looking in all the wrong places. She ends up deciding to go and see this magical matchmaker of sorts, and on one of these dates, she meets this man named Elliot. They really hit it off. They're getting along. She's like, oh my gosh, I've met the man of my dreams. This is it for me. But what Elliot is hiding is that he is actually a gargoyle who already has 2 other mates, 2 male gargoyles that are his mates. They are experiencing a little bit of trouble in their relationship due to the death of the leader of their clan, their gargoyle clan, and Elliot has decided to take it upon himself to find a 4th member of their relationship, and he thinks that Grace is it. This is a romance book that involves polyamory. There is some nodding in there. There's also like a breeding kink. The resolution to the miscommunication type of deal felt very genuine and satisfactory to me, and you know, if you've watched any of my videos, that miscommunication is my #1 pet peeve. I was left satisfied. Not only is this super sexy and super fun, but the relationship between these 4 individuals felt so natural and loving and amazing that I just ate it up. I ate it up. The next book is also a part of this Monstrous Matches series. This is kind of a shorter one, kind of like a little bit longer than a novella, but that is Found by the Lake Monster, also by Lillian Lark. In this story, we are following Amy, who is in the woods with a group of people, and this group of people are searching for the lake monster. They want to find proof of the lake monster. Through some shenanigans, Amy gets separated separated from the group, and she actually finds the lake monster. Adrian, who is our beautiful little lake monster man, his race actually goes into a heat of sorts, and that is the only time in which they are able to produce offspring. And at the beginning of the story, Adrian is coming into what he believes to be his final heat, and he has always wanted a family, so that's why he went to the matchmaker to set up this date in hopes of finding a woman who will be able to ride out his heat and be willing to produce offspring with him. And Amy just happens to show up and be there, and it's great. Because of the aquatic nature of our hero, there are some eggs involved. I'm still not sure how I feel about the egg situation. It was a little weird, I've got to say. I'm still not sure how I feel about it, but it happened. The next series that I want to talk about is a recent read for me, and that is The Duskwalker Brides by Opal Rain. I have the first 2 books here, A Soul to Keep and A Soul to Heal. These are the only 2 books out in the series currently so far. Lord have mercy. Okay, so this is more of a fantasy-based kind of supernatural type of romance. In this world, there are demons, and they originate from this place called the Vale. And the humans that are kind of trying to survive in this world, they have kind of blocked themselves off into villages in order to evade the demons' attacks, right? The majority of the demons are not very smart, they're very vicious, and they eat humans. However, there is a specific type of demon-esque creature called a Duskwalker that is said to be more dangerous than other demons. Demons themselves are not very fond of light, so humans are protected during the day, but Duskwalkers, like their name suggests, can walk in both the day and the night, so they are seen as very, very dangerous. Our main character, Rhea, is living within this village, and the village pretty much thinks that she is like the bearer of bad news, the bringer of bad omens, and they choose to sacrifice her to the Duskwalker that has been pretty much protecting these villages. He comes, he retrieves a human as what they assume to be as like a concubine, bride, sex slave type thing, and in return, he grants them a sort of protective barrier over the village. So the village has decided that they are going to get rid of their problem child, Rhea, and release her to the Duskwalker. So we have a kind of captor-captive type situation. Because of the dangers of this world and because of Rhea's obvious humanity, it is very dangerous for her to be in this world, and so she relies on Orpheus, who is our main man, Duskwalker. I love him so much. Rhea expects to be taken by Orpheus and tortured and assaulted and all of these other horrible things, but in reality, Orpheus only wants a companion, and he will pretty much do whatever he can to make her happy and pleased and content in her new home in the Vale with the demons and the Duskwalker. This is a very, very, very slow burn romance, in my opinion, and it is absolutely delicious when the 2 of them finally come together. It is fantastic. This world is so interesting as well. The more humans that a demon eats, the more humanity that it gains. So you do meet some of these demons who are very old, who have eaten very many people, and they are starting to become more human. And it's very, very interesting, the dynamics in this world. And not only that, but the spice is very interesting. There are tentacles involved. I'm not going to say anything else. So those are some of the monster romance books that I have been enjoying and now recommend to you on a silver platter for your Halloween enjoyment. Please make sure to like and subscribe so that you don't miss any more future bookish content from me. I hope that you do. But that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time.